И снова здравствуйте, мои уважаемые зрители.
Hello again, my dear viewers in the yard. We end on April 6th, and your attention is presented with another report from the front of the Ukrainian war. Let's start from north to south, and in general, I want first of all to dispel the fears that in fact, poured all day today and yesterday, first of all from Russian citizens who live in the border area. What can we expect? We have persistent rumors that the Ukrainian armed forces will attack. Almost half of Russia is allegedly going to take Belgorod. All this is nonsense. All these are rumors spread by the Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Nothing like this can be, because there is no strength today for AFU do similar attacks. The only thing they can do is escalate the situation, and create tension in the Russian rear, and yet, they can launch unmanned aerial vehicles. The armed forces of Ukraine are interested in the transfer of Russian troops. Another thing that the Ukrainian armed forces can really do is shell the border Russian territory, as it was yesterday, from mortars in the area of the Sudza checkpoint. The positions, which were then suppressed by helicopters, this is what they can do there. And right away, taking this opportunity, I want to dispel those rumors that are also stubbornly exaggerated now in relation to Ukrainian cities, namely, Kherson and Melitopol. People are sending me messages again. Please tell me, is it AFU will take Kherson? I don't have such information. As far as I remember, the governor, Kim, planned to take Kherson for the first time almost 10 days ago, maybe even more. Then he failed. They were secretly preparing a group west of Kherson. This movement was discovered by Russian intelligence, and then a powerful blow was dealt to this group. And on this attack bogged down, without even starting. Very similar, given the data that comes today from the office of President Zelensky. Leakage of information that lists of Ukrainian soldiers of territorial defense fell into the hands of the Russian security forces. And first of all, from the Kherson region. That very many of them, during the previous day and today, the Russian security forces either destroyed or arrested. As I understand it, the next plan for the assault on Kherson was connected, among other things, with these guys. Melitopol. This is generally some kind of nonsense, and all Ukrainian publics write about it. What today, the armed forces of Ukraine think only about how to keep the positions that we have today. Moreover, they are absolutely sure that they will not hold these positions. And the only question is, where will they stop? It is for this reason that they announced today, following the evacuation of the Donetsk region, and in the eastern part of the Dnipropetrovsk region, evacuation has also been announced here. According to unverified reports, an evacuation from Kharkov has also been announced. And also, a significant part of the Kharkiv region is now being evacuated. This speaks to what is really happening on the fronts. And yet, as of yesterday evening, according to again leaks from Vice President Zelensky, Russian strikes on fuel and lubricants depots destroyed up to 60% of all fuel that was on the territory of Ukraine. And today, these strikes also continued, which means that this figure has only grown. And yet, today a message came that a blow had been struck at the Lazovaya junction station, through which military equipment was drawn into the battle area, among other things. That is my assumption, which I expressed yesterday. It began to be confirmed. That is, the Russian troops are preparing very seriously for an offensive operation. It is very carefully prepared for it, because very much depends on its success. And while this operation has not begun, nevertheless, Russian troops in the area south of Izyum are gradually pushing the enemy to the south, and are preparing a very powerful bridgehead for the attack. And by the way, as I said yesterday, they are restoring one of the road bridges across the Seversky Donets River in the Izyum region. And the Ukrainian long-range artillery is trying with all its might to get this bridge in order to prevent it from being restored. because the restoration of this bridge complicates the situation dramatically for AFU, and drastically simplify for the armed forces of the Russian Federation in the area. Well, also today there was a message that Russian troops, or troops of the Donetsk People's Republic, are shelling more and more distant settlements from the former front, north of Avdiivka. That is, the front is also gradually shifting, in this case, to the west. And for the Avdiivka group, this is already becoming very, very dangerous. There is also a lot of news today from Mariupol, where the AFU loses combat capability very quickly. The prisoners already number in the hundreds. The Akol grouping, which defends the Primorsky district, very quickly rolls back to the seaport. And last night, the most powerful artillery systems that are in service with the Russian army, the Tyapan mortar, appeared in this area. Caliber 240 mm picture new. A mine weighing about 140 kilograms. In fact, these are mini bombs that a Tulip battery can throw almost 10 pieces on the heads of an enemy in 1 minute. Moreover, with very high accuracy, which aviation did not even dream of. And this is, in fact, a verdict for Azovstal. And also, tonight, there were reports that the troops of the Donetsk People's Republic and the Russian armed forces entered the territory of Azovstal. That is, in fact, they began an assault on this plant. This is roughly what I can say about what happened today and last night. The next review is expected, barring any force majeure, tomorrow afternoon. That's all for now. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.
На этом пока все. До свидания и до завтра.